Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Missouri Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So Texas A&M's offense will go on the attack first. And for the first time today, we get a look at Ruben Owens. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Rides to the back. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under pressure, got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. The run inside, it's Owens. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Missouri's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to...
Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 20. To the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it, and you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed, and that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different, and now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Throwing Reed. Got it behind the line. It's Owens. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Reed. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to make one miss. Another ball is knocked free. Oh, and he recovers it. Man, you want to talk about having his back, and they averted disaster on that one. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Throwing Simmons. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Slots it away.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Austin Simmons firing again. Reels it in. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll send the tight end in motion. In the red area, it's Hardy. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On the option. Now the pitch. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Anytime the pitchman is able to score on these option-type plays, there has to be great blocking downfield by the wide receiver. That was absolutely textbook, and that's what allowed the running back to go score.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Here's Reed to throw. Makes the catch. It's Craver. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Back to pass, it's Reed. He's got it. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They want to run this quarterback. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Aggies need to pick it up on 4th down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It's Hardy. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Simmons on play action. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown! Points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this.
Caught, and he's got room. Past the 50. He's at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Simmons. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So Missouri will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here.
Oh, it'd be a great opportunity to make a statement and get back in this thing. I mean, it hasn't gone your way early, but I feel like you're creating some momentum here. And a score, Jesse, a score makes this a fun ball game.
It would be huge, but it's on the offense. They have to look at each other right now in this huddle on the field and go, look, guys, it's on us to march this ball down the field, score some.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Reed unloads to the wideout. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Line is set on third down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Give to the left, it's Hardy. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Austin Simmons, a play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He's going for it all. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting them on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide right, it's Owens. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and long right here. Moves the pocket, it's Reed. Out wide left, it's Owens. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Finds him out of the backfield. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. A&M comes back out with another first down. Reed to the air again. He'll pull it down. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it. It's Owens. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Burrowing for yardage. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
Rush is on. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Tigers sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Simmons from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Throwing Simmons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. They're all over it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. All the way back to the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He'll try to do it himself. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throwing Reed. Just got rid of that one.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second and long here. Moving the pocket, it's Reed. He's going to take off. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gets a hand in there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's Reed to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Arizona State taking on the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Sun Devils, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28, and a pretty good job by the coverage unit. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. He's got an open man. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Tiger. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Reed. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Owens. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. And the Aggies in the hurry-up.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
From the gun on third down, Reed. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Reed. Just had to get rid of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Right side, it's Bussey. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Throwing Reed. Grabbed behind the line. It's Owens. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Out wide right, it's Owens. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Plowing ahead on 4th down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. 3rd and long coming up. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, it's Owens. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Reed to throw. Right side, it's Craver. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Dropping back, it's Reed. Finds us back in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And defensively on third down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle him, and you got to get him to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the fourth down.
Stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a fourth down stop. Here's Hardy to begin the drive.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he's got his man along the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Simmons on the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Hardy.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They'll give it to Hardy. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Right back to Hardy on first down. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's Simmons to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Going to the run. It's Hardy. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Sets his feet. It's Simmons. Look out! And down he goes.
Haven't seen a lot of that in this game so far. This offense has been clicking on all cylinders, lighting up the scoreboard. High level of execution. They were looking good on this drive until that play right there. And finally, the defense is able to make something positive happen from themselves on a critical third down.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
But when you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Blasted as he lets it go. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Left side is Owens. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Texas A&M going up-tempo.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Driving forward, it's Owens. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
He's got it on the move, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Reed. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's a give to Hardy. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Slides away. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Looking for room. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
That's caught. It's Craver.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Again, it's Reed. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Reed. Under pressure. Wide open. He makes the catch. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge gain. So that'll cost him a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Aggies will hustle to the line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Reed. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
Finds his big tight end. Bring him down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick 6. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. One more time, it's Hardy. He's stopped.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Simmons. Working the middle, it's complete. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.